No. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, we're live. What's going on, everybody? This is Odell Bazell. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you are enjoying life as best as you can enjoy it because this is the only life that we know that we have. In this video, I want to share something that as I was going through some marketing training that I'm doing. That's one thing. That's one thing that I'm doing. As we're going through this process, through all the COVID stuff, I wanted to share something that I think is pretty cool, and I hope it serves you. So I'm a speaker coach. I teach college speakers how to make a greater impact and a greater income through the business of speaking. So I help college speakers primarily with marketing. And when I was doing some training the other day, the one of the topics that came up is what makes you different. And a lot of people say in the training they were saying that, oh, well, people say, oh, my service or my customer service makes me different. It sets me apart and all this. And the coach was just like, "Phew, if you say that, it's like a cop out. Like, what really makes you different?" And so I was thinking, I said, well, what makes me different? Like, what really makes me different? And I think I've started to figure it out. I haven't figured out all of it, but I wanted to share with you first three things that speaker coaches never share. I think, I don't know yet, I haven't settled on it, but I think one of the things that separates me from most speaker coaches is that I'm super transparent. I tell a lot. I give a lot of information. Some information I give away for free that other people would, charge for and whatnot. But I want to go over these three things really quick, and then I just want to, talk a little bit about, the college speaker fastpass.com that's on the screen. But here are the three things. First thing is that speaker coaches never share their current struggles in the speaking business. The second thing, they never share their client list. The third thing is they never share a duplicatable system of how the people that they're coaching can coach too. So I just want to unpack those a little bit. The first thing is they never share their current struggles. Now, everybody in the speaker business right now, no matter what market or industry you speak to the most, everybody is going through struggles. Everybody's had events canceled. Everybody has had events rescheduled. Everybody's had money that ain't coming anytime soon that was coming if you're doing speaking engagements. So that's a current struggle that a lot of people are going through. But during a regular year or regular time, your speaking coach is not going to tell you, look, man, I did 40 speeches last year. This year, I only did 30. And I don't really know what happened. I don't know. I think I know, but I don't really know. And or no speaker coach is going to tell you, listen, my speaking was, it was really like I was struggling for a few years and I started coaching to kind of help balance my income and now I'm doing better. Most people in general don't like sharing their struggles, especially when you're doing it from a coaching standpoint. You don't want to show that you're vulnerable, right? Like if you're a personal trainer, you don't want to say, listen, for the last week I just been eating fast food and junk, but I still look like this because on the regular basis I work out and I eat right, but I just been having a bad week and all week. All right, let's get to these stairs. So I think for you watching this or for you listening to this, one thing you have to ask if you're going to get a speaker coach, or if you have one, ask them what their current struggles are, because they're not just going to open up Pandora's box and say, look, I've been trying to get this speech and I just haven't been able to get it. I don't understand why. And by the way, those are all struggles, all the struggles that I talked about. Those are all struggles that I had. Those are all struggles that, looking forward, especially we don't know what this climate is going to look like later. Those are all struggles that we might all have. So be mindful of that. Second thing is huge. And I think this is what really helps set me apart is that they don't share their clients. Like, they really don't. And for the speaker coaches that are doing well, if they're training you in the same market that they're in, if I'm in the healthcare field, speaking to healthcare providers, if I'm in, the college space, if I'm in the youth space, very, very few speaker coaches, none of the ones I've had will say, you know what? I spoke at 20 companies last year. Here you go. Just reach out to them, tell them that I'm coaching you, and see if you can get on their roster, or I'll put in a good word for you. I'll introduce you via phone call or anything like that. They don't do that. Now, there are a lot of reasons why they don't do that. And I understand why they don't do it, but most of them don't do it. And this is something that I would say to you too. You're watching this, if you're looking to get a speaker coach, or you're looking to become one, or whatever, do it. But do it strategically. Do it strategically. And I'm going to talk about the College Speaker Fast Pass in a second, but do it strategically, because if we're saying that there's so much abundance, and we're saying that there's so much abundance, and we have to have an abundant mindset, like, why wouldn't I strategically say, hey, here's my list. Reach out to them. Tell them Odell sent you. Why wouldn't he do that? And then the third thing I think is huge. They don't share a duplicatable marketing system of how they became a coach. They don't share it. A lot of things are generalized. They say, hey, I just, I built my list over time, and, different things like that. But as a speaker coach, and one thing I tell my group, the mastermind, and some of them watching this, some of them that are seeing this live in Facebook groups or whatever, I tell them, you're probably going to be a coach if you continue in speaking long enough. You probably are. Watch what I'm doing, see what I'm doing that helps, and then you do it for other people. Just do it. And they don't tell you, I ran these Facebook ads and it was very simple, and I did this and I did that. They don't share that. And I think a lot of coaches are selling themselves short, because here's what life looks like. If somebody introduces you, like if I'm your friend, and I introduce you to your spouse, and you like your spouse, and y'all have a great, relationship, you're not going to think less of me. If anything, you're going to think more of me, because I introduced you to somebody that made your life so much better. So if you tell me, or if I tell you, rather, excuse me, as your speaker coach, if I tell you, hey, you could be a great coach, you could do this, you could do that. It doesn't matter if you stop paying me. It doesn't matter if you don't, put my products out there, you don't buy my products. You're still going to share good stuff about Odell. Oh man, when people interview them and they say, well, who is your mentor? You're going to say me, or you're going to say that coach that put you on. And then that's going to cause other people like, hey, is this person still alive, or are they old? Like, and then they look you up. And so I shared those three things for a very simple purpose. For one, if you're getting a speaker coach, make sure that you're asking them questions. A lot of people don't ask questions, and the people in my group are the same way. They don't ask questions for a variety of reasons. I don't know if I'm just that good and I answer them all, or if they just don't know what to ask. So I would ask my speaker coach, the person that I pay on a regular basis, or I paid a lump sum to, what struggles are you going through in your business right now? Like, what are you going through right now? What have you gone through recently that I can help avoid? And I'll say, hey, would you mind introducing me to your clients? Can I interview your clients? I think that's a better way of saying introduce me, because a lot of times people will say, well, can you put me on? The speech that you didn't get to do that. Like, no, no, no. Like, can I interview your clients? Can I talk to them? Ask them that, because it's less aggressive, it's less abrasive. And then that client relationship between the speaker coach and the client is not going to go away. It's like, hey, one of my coaching clients wants to interview you to get more research and help develop their, and that's it. And so what you're doing in that case is you're trying to get a warm relationship to profit you. And then lastly, duplicatable system. Whether or not you want to go into coaching or not, I believe that every single speaker should have two kind of product lines. You should have like a motivational, inspirational product line, if you will, informational products and merchandise and different things like that. Then you should have a how-to product line where you're teaching somebody how to do something. And so maybe it's how to become a college speaker. Maybe that's it. Or maybe it's how to become a better parent, or how to become a better whatever that is. You got to have that how to. And so the process for getting clients for either one of those is going to be the same. So if you had a speaker coach that attracted you through advertising, through warm market relationships, or your network or whatever, just say, well, how did you do it? And what's your end goal? What are you looking to do? But I think those things are very, very important that I wanted to share with you. And then lastly, I'll talk about the NAMCA Virtual Summit. If you go to collegespeakerfastpass.com, depending on when you're seeing this, if you're seeing this live or if you're seeing this before the virtual summit, which is May 29th through the 30th. It is an amazing opportunity for you to get introduced to my clients in the college space. So if you want to speak at colleges, we're going to have a live panel, not a recorded panel for those of you that are able to get on live, a live panel of college event planners on a screen, where we're going to be asking them strategic questions that speak specifically to the college market. And what's so incredible about this opportunity is that we're in the midst of this pandemic right now. So if you're watching this and COVID-19 is still going on, we're in the midst of it. And so you get to talk to college event planners, and they can tell you from their mouth, they can say, look, we still don't know what to do. Or they can say, you know what, we're starting to book a lot more, look into a lot more online programming, and this is what the prices are going to look like, and this is what our budget is going to allow. You get to ask them those questions. 20 people on a panel for about an hour. That's what we're thinking right now, depending on their schedules, but about an hour. We're going to have 20 people from different schools on a panel. Then if you go to collegespeakerfastpass.com and you sign up before we close out, you can get one-on-one conversations with college event planners. Think about how powerful that is. Just think about how powerful that is. And then I'm going to say it again. We're going to do a debrief after that. So all the speakers that get one-on-ones, we're going to come back, and then they're going to talk about who they met, what they said, and what they got out of it. Here's where this is super, super powerful. If there's somebody on there that you didn't get to talk to, a speaker colleague of yours did. So when you reach out via email or however you reach out via social media, it's going to be a warmish contact. That's important in the speaking world. It's super hard to get cold traffic or cold leads to hire you to speak. The College Speaker Fast Pass is where it's at. So you want to go to collegespeakerfastpass.com, watch the video. It's a 15-minute video. You can watch it or you can listen to it however you consume it. But I'm telling you, if you want to speak at colleges, this is your fast pass to the front. I'm Odell Bazell. I appreciate your time. I hope this video helped you. Go to collegespeakerfastpass.com. If you have any questions, reach out to me via social media or email. Talk to you soon. Take care.